Hey, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to a wild fucking project that I have. So this guest has 33 years of black box dye and black pro color, and she wants to go natural gray. So I had this wild idea where I partner with Malibu C Pro, and I'm gonna try to see how light I can get her with just using CPR and Color Disruptor, also paired with the Un-Doo-Goo. And what I mean by that is I'm literally just going to go back and forth between the CPR and the Color Disruptor. I start off with using the Un-Doo-Goo. This has a pH of 9. You guys will notice that I'm actually not going to be scrubbing her scalp at all. I'm just going to be scrubbing the ends of her hair to open up the cuticle and allow all of these products to really penetrate. Now, the reason why I had this crazy idea was I wanted to show how important it is to remove as much artificial dye in the hair before doing any type of corrective service. And I figured, why not do it with Malibu, because it is vegan and is not as harsh as most other color disruptors and color removers. And a little bit, I kind of wanted to challenge myself to see how light I could get her hair with just using these products. So the first step is using the Color Disruptor. I'm going to emulsify it through the hair and really shove it into that cuticle. I process under heat for roughly 20 minutes and then I rinsed. And now it's time for the CPR. So you always do the Color Disruptor first. It's going to disrupt any of the pigment, any of the molecules, and then you'll go in second with the CPR, and that's the color pigment remover. So again, she will sit under the dryer again for 45 minutes under a cap. Time for the first removal of the CPR. It's like red. It was almost like pink red. Really? Yeah. I'll show you. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like a slight pink to it. It's a little bit more brown, but rather that than the pinky blonde, whatever situation I was doing. Yeah, it's like pink. Yeah. Isn't that weird? It's only ever been black color?
Like, yeah, I've always just had like jet blacks since 33 years.
I mean, it's got the red in there, but I've never seen it come out like that. No, usually with black, it's like dark.
Greenish, cookie.
This is after the first removal and our first blow dry. You guys can see all the red and all of the pigment starting to come out of her hair. It's still pretty dark, and I'm really excited for our next step. So I decided last minute that I'm gonna do a test strand every single go around. You'll see here that I'm using Kenra Professional Transparent Lightener. Yes, it's discontinued, but I still fucking love it. It's mixed with 20 volume, not the dedicated developer, whoops, but whatever. 20 volume, and I only processed it for 15 minutes. I did this because I wanted to see kind of where everything lives, and I did it every single step to show you guys how light and how much pigment is actually being removed. And with doing this foil, I'm not gonna be folding it in half. I'm just gonna be folding it long ways because I don't wanna cause any demarcation when lifting. At this point, we were so freaking excited to see what was gonna happen next. That first foil pull was a great indicator that this was gonna go pretty well. So we went on to do this 2 more times. So in total, we did 3 rounds of CPR and 3 rounds of Color Disruptor. You guys can see all the pigment that's still coming out of her hair that's going into the water. We also made sure to layer in K18 every go around. And I did this because I wanted to maintain, of course, the integrity of the hair and to make sure that the hair was in pristine condition. This was the second session of the CPR and Color Disruptor. It looks pretty light. We're starting to get some redness. We're starting to see the underlying pigment. But the only thing that was concerning me is the ends of her hair was still staying really, really dark. Now this is the second foil pull. And again, I was super thrilled with what was going on, but I wanted to keep going. It was honestly so funny because by the 3rd go around, she was like, I feel like I've taken a flight to Paris and back. I was like, I know, right? This whole thing was literally just 8 hours of her sitting there and being underneath the dryer. It was kind of cool to see what the hair was capable of and what was capable of actually coming out of her hair. I mean, again, guys, this is 33 freaking years of coloring her hair like this. Now, this is the 3rd and final patch test. Look how freaking bright it got. I was so fucking excited at this point because we are actually going in and doing a full corrective service. We are going to be trying to get her to her natural gray color. These are the 3 and last patch tests that we did. The top left is the first one, obviously the middle is the second, and the last one on the bottom right is the 3rd and final patch test. So the whole point of this project was to show you guys how light you can actually get the hair without doing lightener, and how important it is to do all of this before doing any corrective service, so that way you can actually see where all of the banding and all the miscoloring is. So thank you, Malibu, for sponsoring this. I love you guys so much. Stick around for part 2.